All right, welcome to SF Cryptocurrency Devs Interviews. My name is Taariq Lewis. I'm a co-organizer of SF Cryptocurrency Devs, and tonight, July 11th, I have with me Mark Nadal from GunDB. Hello, Mark.
Thanks for having me here. I really appreciate it.
It is a pleasure. You just completed about an entire 2-hour non-stop presentation for us. And I want to say thank you and start off with who are you and how did you get involved in cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, so I'm Mark Nadal. As you said already in terms of names, but I've been working on distributed systems for probably the last 8 years, late 2009, 2010. And I was using master-slave databases at that point, but I realized, those don't really scale up. So I wound up having to ditch the project that I was actually interested in building and go down the rabbit hole and solve building a decentralized database. And when you go down that rabbit hole, you discover there's all these really rich, incredible algorithms that can be used to solve and scale up peer-to-peer systems. And that's now kind of catching 8 years back up. We can actually apply these to cryptocurrencies and blockchains or unblock. Well, maybe that's too controversial of a statement, but we can apply better peer-to-peer algorithms to have better performance.
So you would say you're a distributed computing engineer or a distributed database engineer?
My heart lies with math, logic, and philosophy.
Okay.
However, I didn't really like the academic world.
Yeah.
So I realized if I were to drop out of school and try to be a rogue mathematician, nobody's going to pay me.
Right.
But I realized I could take those mathematical ideas and learn how to code, implement them, and I got into startup life that route. And once you take these really crazy mathematical concepts and actually have them implemented in real life, in real code that people are using today, suddenly people are wowed and impressed by theoretical math when actually applied changes the game.
So tell me about the RAD project. What is that and what's that piece?
So the Radix storage engine is a high-performance storage engine. So we talk about Gun as being a database, but we have adapters that you can connect to Amazon S3, to IPFS, to storage engine, and the Radix storage engine is specifically designed to make peer-to-peer storage, regardless of whether it's on IPFS or Amazon S3, be very scalable in terms of query time.
Okay.
And that's because Radix trees have a really nice O1 lookup time on them relative to the total data set versus, obviously the Radix tree has a particular depth.
And you have a cryptocurrency as well.
Yes.
What is that?
Is called Axe, and we have had this big problem that the 8.4 thousand developers that have come through our community are building these really cool apps, but then in order to make sure that they actually do peer-to-peer data sync, they have to set up these backup servers because WebRTC sucks. Right. And a bunch of people were like, hey, Firebase is a hosted database as a service. Can we just point, our apps to your servers? And it's like, no, I don't want to manage a cluster myself. And then it dawned on me, wait a second. If we create a decentralized Firebase, a decentralized Heroku, a decentralized database as a service, then everybody can have fun and profit.
So that's your idea, decentralized database as a service.
Yes.
Paid for with?
Axe tokens, which is an incentive structure around bandwidth, because bandwidth winds up being one of the hardest resources.
And that's how we get proof of propagation.
Yes.
So what's proof of propagation again?
Proof of propagation is just making sure that, it's a little bit hard because in the traditional world, if I have my cell phone and I pick up my cell phone and I call my mom, I expect my mom's going to pick up. Yep. But if we move into a decentralized world where we don't have a trusted middleman,
we have no idea.
We don't necessarily have the guarantee that they are going to pick up. So we need a cryptographic guarantee that they did indeed receive that data. So
my mom wants to get my call.
Yes. So that way mom is happy seeing photos of the grandchildren or the girlfriend or whatever it is. Right. And not some random stranger.
Most of cryptocurrencies are around payments and around transactions, but you seem to be looking at it around data and communication. Is that the clear understanding of the difference in your approach versus others?
Yes. So all machines need to do 3 things fundamentally: storage, computation, and bandwidth. Yep. Those 3 things require electricity. So that's where kind of Bitcoin makes sense from an electricity side and from a finance side. But each one of these 3 things have different trade-offs from an engineering side. So, storage might be high volume, low latency, high latency, while bandwidth needs to be, high throughput, low latency. Yep. So you have to use different cryptographic methods for that, and so it's better to have. There's way too many cryptocurrencies out there. I think should only be 3 cryptocurrencies, and then Bitcoin is the mother cryptocurrency
Sure.
that then people...
So you're a Bitcoin maximalist.
I'd have to be careful with the connotation and denotation.
Don't worry, you're not being recorded.
But-
Okay, what's your next milestone for RadX?
Yes.
And how can people get involved?
So if they hit up our website, gun.eco, go over to the GitHub page, start stealing all of our code and using it, having fun with it.
Yeah.
It's MIT's libapache 2 license. Everything we do is very openly licensed. Then once you've been using it and you're building cool stuff where you're finding bugs or issues,
Yeah.
jump into the chat room,
Yeah.
tell us, complain about the problem, and
Yeah.
then make a pull request, and that will quickly move us into a setting where, like, hey, this person's doing some pretty valuable work, we should just hire them full time and have them on board at the company.
There you go. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Mark. And that was GunDB, Radix project, and a lot of others. Remember the website again is gun.eco.
Gun.eco, gun.eco.
All right. See you guys next time.
Thanks.